We meet at an important time for international trade. Next week, the world's economies will meet in Cameroon for the World Trade Organization's 14th Ministerial Conference, which will frequently be referred to today as MC14. Today's hearing reflects Congress's support for strong U.S. leadership to advance our interests at the WTO. I also believe there is significant support in Congress for the Trump administration's top priorities for proposed outcomes at MC14 and look forward to discussing these priorities today. The Trump administration has taken on a significant challenge in seeking to rebalance global trade through increased market access for U.S. exports, removing unfair tariff and non-tariff barriers imposed by our trading partners, and encouraging new investment and production in the U.S. For years, the U.S. has pushed for our trading partners at the WTO to work with us to resolve these issues, but has continuously faced significant headwinds. But I believe the tide is shifting under the leadership of this administration. We stand at a critical juncture with respect to the relevance of the WTO in U.S. trade policy. We should not concede core American priorities nor accept complacency. At the same time, I believe the WTO can still have a critical role to play in our global trade relationships. I hope this hearing provides an opportunity for members of this committee to have a constructive discussion on how the WTO can meet the needs of a new generation of global trade policy, delivering positive outcomes for American farmers, workers, and businesses. Certainly, not all of the United States' concerns with the WTO can be resolved in Cameroon, and we should be realistic about potential outcomes. During this Trade Subcommittee's hearing 2 years ago, ahead of the last ministerial conference in Abu Dhabi, I stressed the importance of showing strong U.S. leadership at the WTO, something the Biden administration seemed intent on ceding. As I think most of my colleagues here would acknowledge, given the WTO's requirement for consensus-based decisions, real negotiated outcomes are time and time again undermined by a handful of spoiler countries. This undermines progress at the WTO and, most importantly, does not allow us to address long-standing priorities such as a stronger agriculture agreement or developing standards for emerging industries. Significant reform, therefore, is required at the WTO for the sake of its long-term durability and relevance in the global trading system. Even so, I believe that the WTO still can provide value to the U.S. and American industries, including at the upcoming ministerial conference. I'm grateful for the Trump administration's clear position on issues like the moratorium on the imposition of customs duties on electronic transmissions, and I'm hopeful we can finally agree to a permanent moratorium in Cameroon. This would benefit American businesses of all sizes and in many sectors, and it also would prevent trading partners from leveraging this issue toward other ends in the future. The work should not end in Cameroon. Moving forward, members should focus their efforts on putting forward concrete proposals for reform at the WTO, rather than endless scoping exercises that lead to vague and ambiguous negotiating objectives unlikely to result in real outcomes. I remain optimistic that strong U.S. leadership at the WTO, with support and oversight from the U.S. Congress, can deliver. I urge all our trading partners to engage constructively with the U.S. delegation to achieve practical and mutually beneficial outcomes at MC14.